Outbreak Prime, or as you may know it, that pulse rifle from the Rise of Iron trailer. How do you get it? Well, it's time to go on a journey. A journey through the best quest by far in Destiny and probably most games. It starts in the raid. In the raid are 5 monitors, incredibly well hidden from view. The first monitor is in the Vosik room. If you go to the left front doorway and jump up, you'll land on top of a fan, and then if you jump up again, you will enter a tunnel. At the end of that tunnel will be a monitor. Turn it on. The second monitor is in the room with one of the exotic chests in the second jumping platform section. If you jump onto the bridge that leads you to the exotic chest, you can continue to jump up higher. Look at the path that leads to the exotic chest and then turn left. Jump on the pipes, then continue to jump up until you reach another small hallway. In there is monitor number 2. Credit to Xbox user Lethal Vendetta for the third monitor location. The third monitor is after the siege engine fight. Before the engine falls off of the wall, jump off of the back so that you're still up top. Check out the right side of the wall closer towards the big jump that you need to make. On the side of the wall will be a little chunk of wall that's sticking out and is destructible. Break it with your gun, hitting the corner breaks it quick. When it blows up, jump down and follow the path to the monitor. The 5th monitor is at the very end under the Axis boss encounter. After you kill Axis, head towards the edge of the area on the left side if you're facing Axis. A little platform unfolds and you can go downstairs to turn on the monitor. So what about the 4th monitor? That is where things get really interesting. I'll have a video in the near future on the background of how the 4th monitor was discovered, but in very short, Bungie put out an ARG, alternate reality game, which gave players a sequence, 1024 sequences in total in the wild. These sequences essentially needed to be chained together in strings of 8 to use keys in order to decrypt data. That decrypted data turned into images, lots of images. When these images were pieced together, it created a grid in the big server room with all the cylinders in the floor, what people have been calling the diamond room. So when you get to the diamond room, you need to have 4 people stand on the cylinders highlighted in the picture. That image is located in the description. Use the chart to position the people on the cylinders, and if you do it right, you'll know. It'll make a really loud noise. At the same time?
Go for it.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
That was something.
Powered up.
Then, back in the previous room where you fought the exploding Shanks and stealth vandals, there will be 2 monitors, one to the left and one to the right. These monitors are located towards the beginning of this area. Left and right refers to the perspective of you walking into the room itself. That is very important. You'll need 2 people, 1 per monitor, because the monitors will each give you a 4-digit number. This number is in binary. You need to convert this binary number into hex or decimal, either one works for the purposes of doing this. To convert the number, use the chart in the description to easily convert. The left monitor will tell you which column, and the right monitor will tell you which row. That is also very important. Back in the main diamond room, you'll need players to stand on the corresponding plates that the monitors tell you to in the correct order. Rows go from 0 to 5 from closest to you towards the wall, so 0 is basically right next to you, and 5 is against the wall. You'll start in section 00, you'll move to 01, to 02, and then to 03. There's no set patterns for which cylinders you need to step on. It appears to be a somewhat random order, so you can't just step on the same plates over and over again. So the first monitor says their converted hex or decimal number, then the second monitor says their number. One of the 4 people in the diamond room jumps on the corresponding cylinder. If you jump on the correct one, it will light up and make a noise. Oh, don't. 3, 2. Okay, so it's right there, yep.
They have no idea.
Wait for it.
Zhong.
Better put this video
Do
up
it.
quick, Datto.
Do it. Do it! There it is.
Yes.
Two.
You do need to stand on it for a little bit. It won't give you the, hey, this is the right one effect immediately. But when it does, the cylinder will glow and you'll hear a very loud noise for the first one. As soon as you get it, the monitors will change to a new number, so player 2 needs to be ready to go jump onto their cylinder in section 01. This continues down the line until all 4 players in the diamond room are on their cylinders. Once all players are on their cylinders in the correct order, the middle will open up. Inside is technically the 4th monitor. Activate it.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it
It's
is.
on.
Oh, my.
Next, go kill Axis, the final boss, go underneath to the secret section, and unlock the final laser grid monitor. At the end will be a chest with a quest in it. Thus begins the quest to get the Outbreak Prime. Step 1 is to get into a group with a Titan, Warlock, and a Hunter. As a group, you need to do a Nightfall, do 3 public events in the Plaguelands, play 3 Crucible matches or Heroic Strikes, and get 50 kills with a Pulse Rifle, so go do that. After you've done that, you'll receive an item where you need to synchronize the SIVA engine's energy flow. On this item, you'll have 3 rows of 5 columns with numbers. If it says base capacitor, it's a plus. If it says resistor, it's a minus. So base capacitor 120 is plus 120, and base resistor 20 would be negative 20. If something says dual or half, you need to multiply it by 2 or cut it in half. If you're on a Titan, you will need to get from 300 charge to 250 charge. If you're on other classes, the numbers will be different, but you'll still have the same objective. Go ahead and try and figure it out on your own and with your fire team before checking this guide. Have a few goes at it. It'll be a lot more fun to figure out on your own, trust me. If you can't figure it out, come back to this guide and the results will be posted in the next 10 seconds on screen and in audio. Titans, your result is 32323, Warlock is 31313, and Hunter is 23223. Note that you should stay in your fire team of 3 for this, as you'll be able to coordinate matching up better. So I'm a Titan, I punched in 32323, and it worked because that's how the math worked out. You then need to get the correct answers from your Warlock and Hunter in your party, because if you try to figure it out on your own grid, the math will not add up. Make sure every class has their thing correct, and then you should be able to punch in your answers from their answers. Just coordinate together. After you do that, you'll move forward in the quest. You need to actively explore the Plaguelands, aka kill stuff in the Plaguelands, do 3 Archon's Forge events, and kill Sepix Perfected. Sepix Perfected can be done on the 320 light difficulty, so get all of that done. After you do all of that, it's back to mathing out in the engines, so head to a social space. Now, you'll get a 4x5 grid with Titan starting at 260, Hunter at 340, and Warlock at 420. Again, go ahead and give this chain a shot with your teammates before checking the guide. Results will be shown in 10 seconds. So, notice the equalization required note on the engine. This means that all of you combined need to come to a net of 0. At least this is our assumption at this time. My group agreed to meet on 340 since that was the average of all 3 numbers. That means the Titan goes from 260 to 340, the Hunter stays at 340 to 340, and the Warlock goes down from 420 to 340. The solutions for each player are the following on the screen. You must have all the correct sequences active in your engines all at the same time, and then all at the same time can complete the sequence together. If one person gets it right, keep spamming the confirm button for the other 2 players. If no one got it right, you inputted the information incorrectly. Keep in mind, stick to the 3 people in your fire team. Do not invite any more. After this is complete, you need to run the entire raid on normal mode. You gotta kill all the bosses but you do not need to do the monitors over again if you do not want to. Kill access to get to the next part of the quest, which, you guessed it, involves more math on the engine, now with a 5x5 grid. For the last time, try the puzzle on your own. Make sure you are in a fire team of 1 Titan, 1 Warlock, and 1 Hunter, preferably your original team. If you're in more than that, it can screw some things up. Make sure you split after your raid is done. Results on the screen in 10 seconds. Okay, so I don't exactly have exact results. My team agreed on trying to meet at 730. Hunter is 590, Titan is 740, and Warlock is 870. The problem is that there are so many different combos available that it might not come to you right away. The engine has a randomizer in it if you get stuck, but there are a finite number of grids of numbers. However, conveniently enough, a member of the community has already put together a calculator for this puzzle, which you can find in the description. Thanks, Gerhard, for the great work. Once everyone is on the correct sequence, they should all unlock the same way that the second sequence did. Then, go to Shiro and get your 390 gun. More highlights and analysis to come. While the subreddits like Destiny the Game and Raid Secrets put an insane amount of work into this, I got to see some of that work done firsthand by my friend and clanmate Nanowatts. I have seen firsthand what kind of work goes into this kind of stuff. You know, he was up super late doing stuff, so thank you to my friend Watts, and thank you to all the others who helped put a lot of this stuff together. Thanks to those who started deciphering images from the nodes, thanks to those who input their data into their spreadsheet. We got like 15,000 pieces of data. Another friend, Brandon, also put a ton of work into this and was the guy who enabled us to possibly be the first people to open up the diamond in the diamond room, so thank you very much to him as well. I think Bungie learned from the Sleeper Simulant quest from last year, and this quest was absolutely outstanding. So, anyway, more to come with the Pulse Rifle. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.